The Lakers are officially back. Hey guys, Mano here, and before I jump into this video, I just want to ask you guys to give me the HBO special, and that is the Help a Brother Out, and you can do that by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like underneath this video. It helped me out a lot, but I'm not one for long intro, so let's jump back into this story. Ja Morant has made a lot of headlines in the recent year. From being suspended 8 games due to an altercation with the boy last year, getting into a conflict with some of the Indiana Pacers team, having pictures of him in a strip club go viral. But one of the most salacious reasons that Ja Morant went viral this year or had headlines written about him was because of what he said in December. Do you guys remember in December when Ja Morant sat down with ESPN, with Malika Andrews to be more specific, and she asked him, listen, you're a good team right now, you're a young up-and-coming team, who do you think in a Western Conference could pose as a threat to you or as a challenge? And Ja Morant, instead of taking the safe route in the respect to other teams in a Western Conference, said he's not worried about anyone else in the Western Conference, that his focus was solely on the Boston Celtics, implying that he was locked in to make the NBA Finals and that didn't really care about who was in the Western Conference.
Who do you look at around the league as you're studying and say, we're going to have to run through them?
Celtics.
No one in the West?
Nah, I'm fine in the West.
Well, Ja Morant's words have come back to bite him in a butt. Why? Because on Monday night, the Lakers took a commanding 3-1 lead against the Memphis Grizzlies, and the series headed back to Memphis. In fact, as I'm filming this video right now, Game 5 is currently ongoing, but I think it's safe to say that this series is as good as over. Why? Because as you guys know, teams that have a 3-1 lead over their opponents have a 95% chance of winning the series. And the Memphis Grizzlies aren't the only team that is down 3-1 to their opponent in this round of the playoffs. The Hawks prior to last night were down 3-1 to the Boston Celtics. And prior to last night, the Minnesota Timberwolves were down 3-1 to the Denver Nuggets and they got eliminated. Milwaukee Bucks are currently down 3-1 to the Miami Heat. The Cleveland Cavaliers are down 3-1 to the New York Knicks. So it was a very rough first round for certain teams, right? And in my opinion, the only team out of all those teams that I named that haven't been eliminated that has a chance of clawing their way back to winning a series from being down 3-1 are the Milwaukee Bucks. Why? Because the Milwaukee Bucks have a special talent on their team, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's a generational player, right? And he has actual really, really good talent around him. And it takes a special kind of team in order to claw back from being down 3-1. A team like the Golden State Warriors in 2016 when they were down to the OKC Thunder, or the Cleveland Cavaliers when they beat that very same Golden State Warriors team, or the Denver Nuggets a few years ago when they upset Kawhi Leonard. And to me, the Memphis Grizzlies, they don't seem like they have the mental fortitude, the talent, and an experience to claw their way back from being down 3-1. The series might as well be over, and unfortunately for them, they're also playing against LeBron James. But it seems like this couldn't have happened to anyone else better than the Memphis Grizzlies. Why? Because it seems like the Memphis Grizzlies had it coming. Everyone and their grandmother is rooting against the Memphis Grizzlies. If you don't live in Memphis or the state of Tennessee, you're rooting against the Memphis Grizzlies. Why? Because they had it coming. Between Ja Morant's comments and disrespecting his contemporary teams in the Western Conference, to Dylan Brooks adamantly just going against LeBron James unprovoked, everyone wanted to see the Memphis Grizzlies be taught a lesson and be humbled. Because ever since the Memphis Grizzlies knocked out a hobbled Golden State Warriors team 2 years ago in the play-in tournament, they've been acting as if they are the best basketball team that has ever bounced a basketball on the hardwood. They act as if they're a dynasty. They act like they've won a championship before, like they know what it takes, like they've been there before, like it's tiring for them, like it's just a run-of-the-mill for them. It's something they do on a regular. They go off provoking the Golden State Warriors,